Hello everybody and welcome to this game of StarCraft 2. I am Sprawl and I'm going to be bringing you this replay that was sent to me by areaWannaBe. If you are a local to Vancouver, you may know who this is. He's very popular. Z-Imba is one of his famous quotes. Anyhow, in the bottom right hand corner we have the Terran player. He's going to be areaWannaBe. And in the top left hand corner we have the blue Protoss. That is Mangofreeze, and I don't know if this is the same Mangofreeze that I casted in a previous match, but it definitely could be. He looks like he knows who Wannabe is. They're calling themselves by their real names, so who knows? Maybe he's a local as well. Maybe I am completely, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen him at a tournament. That could be it. But anyhow, getting into this game, a little bit about areaWannaBe. He has gone to qualifiers in Korea for Code A in the GSL. He did not make it. I think he lost to StarTales. I can't remember. I was just looking this up, but I can't remember. So anyhow, but he is unfortunately the king of runner-ups. Most of the tournaments that I've seen in the local respect, he is always the runner-up. So unfortunately, but anyhow, getting into this game, we see a supply depot at the top of the ramp here for areaWannaBe, and we see a gas coming down after that gate, and pretty standard play out of these guys so far, no shenanigans, and yeah, we got this probe coming across the map. This is Bel'Shir Vestige, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and it's a very interesting map. There's quite a few angles that you can come at this natural. So obviously with Widow Mines you're going to be able to plant some, do that defense, but we see a barracks coming down. That's about the 15 supply mark or so. So I'm not sure what we're going to see out of Wannabe. Maybe a barracks and a fast expand. That is most definitely plausible. See a cybernetics core coming down and an early second gas. Well, I guess it's not too early with that new Oracle play. You can get that second gas fairly early and move right into that kind of thing. And you might need that gas for the mothership core. And indeed, this is a one rack expand. The racks is not even finished, and we got a command center on the way. So very excited in that respect. areaWannaBe being very cautious. He's scouting around the map right now for potential proxies, maybe probes, maybe an early pylon of sorts. He has not actually scouted the base of Mangofreeze, so he's going to check for proxies before he heads on over there. We do see a stalker on the way, opting to skip that zealot, and I believe this is the skin for the new pylon, so very sexy, very, very nice. And yeah, chrono boosting that stalker out, so he wants that out in a good amount of time. Same with that mothership core, so we should see some harassment coming out of Mangofreeze here. He might actually be able to take out that SCV as well. Obviously with the stalker he most definitely will, and looks like it's 2 and 2, so very, very meta. Used to see Sase do this all the time. And yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to turn into expansion or what that's going to be, but he is going to be sending these units out for some possible harassment here. If we take a look at the base of Wannabe, he's got a bunker in creation, so the front door should not be very vulnerable, but I believe he does only have one Marine on the map. One Marine exists on this map, so if that mothership core decides to take an advantageous angle, maybe behind the natural or behind the main, he might actually be able to get an SCV kill, or two, if we look back at the natural, Nexus has gone down, so this is an early expand build, kind of suspected so with those 2 probes in each gas. He's got another stalker on the way, and it's going to be a total of 3 here, so he's going to probably try and pressure at the front with stalkers, maybe move behind with the mothership core. Not a bad idea at all. We have a reactor on the way and a factory as well for Wannabe, so probably going to get a Widow Mine out pretty quick as soon as that factory is done. Targeting a supply depot here is Mangofreeze. He's not going to opt to go to the mineral line and try and take out an SCV, just going to go for that supply depot, so should be able to get a repair down, but once those are pulled, then he's going for the SCV, so actually does take one out. So very strategic, actually makes the SCVs come over to him. Not bad, not bad. We see 1 gate coming out and a robotics facility. Widow Mine on the way, so he might actually try and burrow that in a location that it could actually hit that mothership core. Mothership cores do not die in one blow, but it would do significant damage. We see that there is stalkers on the low ground, so if any units come close, he could have hit them with that. We got a starport on the way, moving that factory over to the reactor. Might pump out some more Widow Mines here. I believe he does have one. Does he have one on the map already? No. Yep. No, he definitely does. He threw it up in the top corner. I did not see where it went, taking out one Marine. That poor guy did not get to the bunker in time, and actually pulling these SCVs over. Time warp on the SCVs, so they are going to be able to sit there and repair, but as soon as they turn around to get back to the mirror line, they're going to go really slow, so a little bit of economic advantage. And see that Hellion just had that tire slow down a little bit. That was pretty interesting. If you take a look back at Mangofreeze, if we look at the workers tab, or the units tab rather, 34 probes to 33 SCVs. He's got an observer on the way, and actually that's going to be his second observer. He definitely wants a lot of observers to try and deal with these kind of Widowmine plays. And we see 2 Hellions coming up to the natural here. Are they going to be able to sneak by? That time warp, it is going to make sure one of those Hellions at least goes down. He will get a full scout off with this Hellion, but whether or not he's going to actually get any probes, I don't think so. He's kind of running into a corner now, just targeting the ones down on the gas, but indeed it does go down. He does see that there is the Colossus Den on the way, though. And we see there is 2 Widow Mines at the front here for Wannabe, providing this defense. We have an observer out already, and actually a second observer all the way, sending it all the way across the map. So that's going to be the one that's going to scout around the base. We have a 3rd command center on the way, armory and creation, and 2 engineering bays. So going to want to pump out those upgrades. Is areaWannaBe here? He's finishing up his combat shields. And he is going to be macroing. That is what it looks like from my view and your view as well. I suspect we got 2 forges coming down for Mangofreeze, so he's going to want to pump out those upgrades as well. He's got a Colossus, almost said Colossi, but is the singular Colossus on the way. He's got range on the way as well. Obviously want to get that to make it a little more effective. Want to be throwing an SCV down at the 3rd just to make sure that he knows the timing of that 3rd base. In the meantime, he's got 4 Widow Mines inside of 1 Medivac. So he's going to be able to ignite and try to get those down. I don't think there is a 3rd observer on the map. There's only 2, and they're both inside of the main of areaWannaBe. So here's that ignite coming in, burrowing 2 of those Widow Mines. Is there going to be decent explosions? Taking out a Stalker, taking out some probes, and good amount of damage being done. Wow, that was not bad at all. And trying to unburrow here, going to see if he can pick any of those up. Ignites, and even through that time warp, that ignite is so quick that he does get out. So 11 workers killed. I did not realize that much damage went down on those probes, but it was. It did indeed happen. So 39 probes to 51 SCVs. Significant advantage for areaWannaBe in this situation. He is sitting pretty right now. He's got his 3rd command center out. He should probably lift it off pretty quick here, head down to that 3rd. Obviously not too easy to actually defend at this point in time. And I don't think there's actually any more Widow Mines here to protect. There is indeed not. I think there's still... Oh, there's actually 4 on the map, so... Oh, that's still that one over here. So here comes the army for Mangofreeze. He's going to take out that SCV, but I'm sure Wannabe knows that means, hey, you're making a 3rd base. I'm going to ignite into your base, and while I do so, I'm going to drop those Widow Mines. One going down on the ramp, and I don't think that Mangofreeze is going to notice that is there. Dropping another one to the mirror line, getting those probes away in time, though, is... Mangofreeze. He actually takes a Stalker hit there, and unfortunately does lose that Medivac. I believe that did go off as well. I don't know how much it killed. Trying to lift it up to move it to a maybe more strategic position was Wannabe, but lost that one. This one on the ramp, though, still exists, and I don't think... See, as you can see, that's all Mangofreeze sees. That's your notification. So, and SCV at the front here is going to do a little bit of scouting. If we take a look back at the base of Wannabe, he's floating his command center over to the top position. Might feel that that's a little bit easier to defend, and setting out another Medivac with Widow Mines in it. So just trying to do that harassment like crazy. Finally bringing that observer back is Mangofreeze, and getting a scan down is areaWannaBe right afterwards. So he's going to see an observer. He's going to see those forges, but I think he knew about those already. And looks like we do have Blink being chrono boosted out here. What do we have for upgrades coming down? So we got infantry, weapons level 2 on the way, and level 1 armor has just finished up, so I'm sure that's going to get queued up as well. Ship weapons level 1 on the way, so those Vikings can do a little bit more. We see another drop going down here. What do we have in these Medivacs? We got 1 Marauder and 6 Marines in one, and 2 Marines and 2 Marauders in the other. So Is there going to be a drop? This observer is actually key. It's going to be able to scout that there is 2 medivacs over here, so he's going to be able to get himself in a good position. Is Mangofreeze, and if we take a look back at the natural here, we got 2 more gates on the way, actually a total of 3. We have a cannon inside of that mineral line. Not a bad idea for fending off those widow mines. You're going to have that detection right away. Here comes the drop, though. Is he going to be able to do very much? I don't think so. That army is there for Mangofreeze to fend that off. If we look back at the Terran base, he's got a fully saturated third going, and our Protoss is just finishing that third. Actually, it's still about halfway done. So, yeah, we're just going to see how this pans out. Is areaWannaBe going to be able to use this economic advantage to his advantage, or is Mangofreeze going to be able to do a little bit to come back into this game? He's definitely a little bit behind. He's got less probes or less workers than his opponent. 66 SCVs to the 58 drones. 58 probes, actually 60 now as I stumble through that. We got a Templar Archives on the way, going to be able to go for those High Templars. Probably going to research Storm. Obviously Storm still very, very effective. Got Charge on the way as well. And that is going to be that. No 5th and 6th gas out quite yet for Mangofreeze, just working on the production of his army right now. No probes being pushed out either. I guess a total of 60. Not bad for a 3-base Protoss, but WannaBe is just pulling way ahead in supply. We see 170 supply to 126 for Mangofreeze. So if Mangofreeze isn't careful, he's going to get caught out of position. Actually, these Vikings are going to be able to see that there is Stalkers here, taking out 2 Vikings, though, taking out a third. Oh my goodness, that was definitely not what areaWannaBe wanted. Here comes some force fields, trying to trap the bio army here, and this is definitely not going so hot, but a drop is going down in the main at the same time, and this is exactly what areaWannaBe was trying to distract about. Gonna take out the Templar Archives. Is he gonna be able to kill that Twilight Council before the charge is done? I think he will be able to get that as well, and he's going to be trying to attack into the third as well. There is Photon Overcharge making that planetary nexus. It is gonna fend him away, and Luke using all those Vikings in the process, but he has 4 in total on the way, taking down a pylon that was actually powering that robotics facility. No more Colossi as of now, and looks like there is going to be some Zealots and probes pulled back to deal with this. At the same time, we see that there is going to be an engagement here at the third of WannaBe. There is Widowmine going off, and that Vikings are trying to take these Colossi out before they can even engage, and trying to get Mangofreeze out of position. Does look like it's working. That drop is still working away inside of the main, and it looks like whittling down this army is Mangofreeze, but WannaBe is doing a very good job remaxing his army. He's at 160 supply, and this is a huge spread here, making a lot of problems for Mangofreeze, taking down the Stalkers, taking down these Zealots. He is going to be forced away, is Mangofreeze. He has no more Colossi, it looks like. Didn't actually see those get taken out, but I believe the Vikings did the job there. Still the drop going on in the main, and the robotics facility is going to go down. That Colossus Den went down as well, and finally picking up and igniting away. Is he going to drop on the natural? He's going to try. There is a cannon over here, but he gets a beautiful position behind it, warping in some Zealots is Mangofreeze, but this is kind of a sacrificial drop. He's done so much damage with it that it's not a big deal if it goes down at all. He's just working on remaxing behind this, and I think that we're going to see a lot of these higher tech units coming out for areaWannaBe. He's taking a 4th base as well, changing that into an orbital. He's got 6 ghosts on the way, and that actually is going to be a planetary, excuse me. And the dropships are still out for WannaBe. He's going to be able to send those back in if he so chooses, trying to get a good position over to the right side. Might try and take out that 3rd base, but there is an observer here. He's going to see all about it. Here comes the stim, but there's only a group of Stalkers here. That's not going to be enough. Bunch of Zealots here as well, but again, another Photon Overcharge goes down, but he's just going to try and snipe it. Is areaWannaBe doing a lot of damage, almost taking out that Nexus. Oh, is he going to be able to get it? He did not get it, but he's stuttering like a boss. He's going to take out a ton of these charge lots before they can actually get in that melee distance, and I think that this is the beginning of the end, if it wasn't already, for Mangofreeze. A huge army is here for Wannabe, and there's no Colossi anywhere near being out on the map because there's no Colossus Den in creation. 2 Immortals are in the way, but I believe this is going to be the end. GG, called by Mangofreeze, and Wannabe taking that game very handily. Very, very nice micro and job with those drops, being very effective. So hope you guys enjoyed that game as much as I did. I thought that was really epic, and hope we see some more games from Wannabe. Anyhow, check out my channel. Please feel free to subscribe, and I will be back with more games very, very soon. Hope you guys have a good one. See you later.